I want to say shalom, giving our praises to the Heavenly Father, which is Yahawah, and to the Heavenly Son, who the world ignorant called Jesus Christ, which is Yahawahshi. Peace and blessings to the brothers and the sisters who listen, hopefully the elect. Going to this quick lesson today. War against the Hebrew Israelites, okay? Jacob trouble, okay? Right now, as we speak, Esau is targeting so-called black extremist groups. He wants to demonize the Hebrew Israelite to the public, okay? And push so-called terrorists on the so-called black man, okay? So I'm going to bring it out with this verse because Esau know that he have a short period of time to do his evil. He wants to destroy the nation of Israel, okay? All these nations has in common, they want to keep the so-called blacks, Latino, Hispanics, and Native American Indian into confusion. These nations had been confederate against thee, okay? And I'm going to bring out the book of Revelation 12 verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Woes mean destruction. And of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he has but a period of time. Okay, so Esau is gonna, raise hell. He's gonna put hell through us, man. Especially the brothers and the people who has awoken this in the truth, that has a knowledge and came back to their true identity as a Hebrew Israelite, okay? Esau not going to hold back. Esau not going to give this kingdom up, man. These devils are going to fight for it, okay? These so-called white people in these other nations, they don't fear the Lord, okay? And they pray to Satan, okay? They don't have the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawahshi. You got to understand, these white people are retarded. These are the devils that the Bible speaks of, man. These are the cancer cell here on the planet. They self-corrupted. They self-destructed. These nation of people, they ruthless. They don't care about law. They have the weapon of mass and destruction. Okay. And I'm gonna bring out the book of Job 14 verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the numbers of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed his bound that he cannot pass. Right. So the Most High has blessed Esau to rule for a short period of time. We all know a short period of time is temporary. And Esau trying to delay the prophecies to not be fulfilled. They don't want the 1/3, which is the elect, to prosper. Okay, Esau, the so-called white man, his days are numbered. Just like in the ancient days of Rome, it was a time for the Roman Empire to fall, and it fell. Okay, and it's time for the America to fall, and we're gonna watch America fall. Okay, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the world that follows. Esau going to come against the brothers, the Israelite, the prophets, with a great wrath, man. Okay, he gonna come with all he got, man. His memo is to destroy the Israelites, man. Mainly the 1/3, because the prophecy said that the elect would be saved, and he want to have totally control and dominion over the world, man. And I'm gonna close it up with this last precept, the book of Revelation 6 and verse 8. And I look, and behold a pale horse, and his name that states on him was Death, and that's Esau and Edom. And hell followed with him. Power was given unto them over the 4 parts of the earth, to kill with a sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So Esau has the power. This Esau power. Matter of fact, this his blessings. He had the power of death in his hand. He wants to still kill and destroy. The Most High blessed Esau with the sword. Okay, so if you live by the sword, you're gonna die by the sword. And I want to show a quick video that's supposed to take place here in America, man. Jacob trouble. And in this video, you will see martial law, okay, being declared, you know. This is a great video though. You gotta watch Esau, man. He think he's slick. You know, the Bible say that Esau sit in lurking places and he watches, you know, the righteous, man. Jacob Trouble. Let's see. Go to this one.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders. You've been here since the beginning, God.
Okay, they want to bring peace with this new world order. It's not gonna last long. And he said with the UN founders, he talking about the United Nations. Okay, all the nations, the world leaders, they're gonna come together and they're gonna give up their power to the Vatican, man. And do not worship the beast. You know, when they have this RFID, you know, mandatory, do not take the chip. Okay, and I'm gonna continue to play video.
Stairs, how does it look? General, it couldn't be worse. We have elite troops out here now against untrained black fanatics. The whole thing should be over before the weekend. Those troops are facing a highly trained underground guerrilla army. They have military weapons and they know how to use them. The commander of those elite troops insists he can put this thing down within a few days. You disagree? Yes, sir, I do. They're a first-class fighting unit. You prepared an options book? Yes, sir. And? We have 3. Root them out one by one, starve them out by siege, total evacuation of the black population. Evacuation? Now, the first is too costly in lives and equipment. Neither evacuation nor siege would work. Why not? General, we sealed off the ghetto for 3 days last week. It paralyzed the city. Paralyzed Chicago? Chicago is more dependent on black labor than one would think. 90% of the garbage collectors are colored. 60% of the hospital workers are colored. 60% of the bus drivers and 80% of the postal workers. So the concentration.
Okay, they trying to block it out, but what they say is they're gonna round up the people to the concentration camps. These are the FEMA camps, man. That they have placed all over the states. Okay, they're going to torture you in FEMA camps, man. Some brothers who will be sent to the FEMA camps might have to get their head chopped off.
The detention camps occurring under the 1950 Subversion Act are ready. We can't put them to immediate use. Your recommendation? We can end it alone, sir. Yeah? We need 2 people over in this area, please. Hurry.
Due to increased fighting in Chicago, the president has ordered a brigade from the 82nd Airborne into the war-torn South Side to reinforce the beleaguered National Guard under heavy attack by black guerrillas since late last week. This is Pat Pinnell.
Martial law portions of Rex 84 were outlined in a 1982 memo written by FEMA Deputy John Brinkerhoff. Martial law was to be declared in the event of a national crisis, yet the plan did not define the term national crisis. The plan allowed FEMA to take control of both federal and state governments, appointing military commanders to replace duly elected officials. The plan also called for the rounding up of at least 21 million American Negroes for delivery to numerous military bases converted into prison centers, also known as FEMA relocation camps. Why? Because at that time, African Americans were classified as one of the largest threats to the continuity of the federal government.
Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his.
It just said that who shall rouse him up. Okay, Who's gonna rise them? Who gonna rise us up? The Lord Yahawah, man. Okay.
Eat until Shiloh come.
Who is Shiloh? The Lord, man. The Messiah, man. The Mashiach. Yahawah, man.
And unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Is that we must respond. Well, that's an excellent idea, Senator. How do we do that? Find out who they are and bomb the shit out of them. And if we can't find out?
Look, I hate to be the voice of doom, but it keeps escalating. First a bus, then a theater. What's next?
How about sending in a National Guard?
The National Guard is for riot control, Senator, not for counterterrorism.
The Army, then. I've read the contingency plans.
It's established legal doctrine, posse comitatus, that the Army may not be turned against our own people.
Even if that's what our own people are asking for, 3 to 1?
If the president's willing to declare a state of... President Lincoln declared martial law in 1862. He suspended habeas corpus,
Which the Supreme Court later found unconstitutional.
The president's plane lands in 2 hours, and we owe it to him to have a consensus. You don't fight a junkyard dog with ASPCA rules. What you do is you take the leash off your own bigger, meaner dog.
General, the Army's a broadsword, not a scalpel. Trust me, Senator, you do not want the Army in an American city.
But hypothetically, how long would it take you to deploy?
You know we can't go in until the President invokes the War Powers Act, Steve.
I understand that, General. Let's assume for a moment that the order has been given.
12 hours after the President gives the order, we can be on the ground. One light infantry division of 10,700 men. Elements of the Rapid Deployment Force, Special Forces, Delta, APCs, helicopters, tanks, and of course the ubiquitous M16A1 assault rifle. A humble enough weapon until you see it in the hands of a man outside your local bowling alley or 7-Eleven. It would be noisy, it would be scary, and it will not be mistaken for a VFW parade.
I remind you, General Devereaux does not speak for official Army policy. The police function has become accepted as our role in Haiti and Somalia.
Make no mistake. We will hunt down the enemy, we will find the enemy, and we will kill the enemy.
That's crazy, man. Who are the enemy? Who is the prey? The Israelites. The so-called black man. Prophets. The prophetess. God-chosen people, man. Okay? The guns has been turning away from these Middle East countries and been turned on the so-called black man. Like I said, they trying to push the so-called terrorists on the so-called black man. Public enemy number 1. And then this scene right here, you see Denzel Washington, pointing out. He's the prey. Denzel is a Hebrew Israelite. He is a Jew, according to the scriptures. But then again, you have, so-called blacks who are sellouts. We call them Al-Qatam ass niggas. They coons. Since they want to ride with Esau, they're going to die with Esau, man. Okay? Denzel Power already got the chip, man. These movie stars, these actors, these rappers, they all down with the New World Order. Okay? They don't sell their soul, man. Okay? But as you see in the scene, the camera is pointing on him when they say, we're going to go after the prey. He's the only black guy in there, man. A Hebrew Israelite, man.
The plan also called for the rounding up of at least 21 million American Negroes for delivery to military bases converted into prison centers, also known as FEMA relocation camps.
No card-carrying member of the ACLU is more dead set against it than I am. Which is why I urge you. I implore you. Do not consider this as an option.
I mean, it feels like I'm in Iraq right now or some other country. It does not feel like America. Seeing my military deployed in my city, it's not something you can grow accustomed to. So yeah, I do feel safer. No, I don't feel safer.
Having police here
is wonderful. It makes me feel repressed. I don't feel safe.
After protests marked by violence earlier this week, nearly 5,000 extra National Guard and police are patrolling Baltimore. But the reactions to that force differ depending on the neighborhood.
I can't say I don't trust the police. I don't trust the motives of some officers that are here to uphold the law. Me, as a black man, with the police, at this heightened sense right now, at this heightened time, no, I don't feel safe. They put blue light cameras in our community years ago. They said it would make us feel safer. Not at all. They say they're going to put these body cameras on officers and going to make us feel safer. We still getting shot, killed with the body cameras. It just shows you the disconnection between community and government.
I feel like they need to get to the bottom of how this all started. Be someone that's relatable with you to make you feel safe. And they can't relate to us in our struggle. So that doesn't make me feel safe. That makes me feel.
You hear the brothers? The brothers, they in the background prophesying, man. They teach it to the people, man. Those Israelites in the background that you hear preaching.
I've been here going on 7 years. First time anything like this has happened since I've been here. I think it'll go back to normal. I think that the cops being here are making some people more upset than they probably normally would be.
I tell you, as a patron, I came here today and I wanted to take a step back, and I know I didn't do anything wrong, and I still was like, whoa, like, it's like overkill. 8 cops right here, right now. You know, it's just like, that's an overwhelming amount of force. And why should you make the whole city suffer for a small pocket of people? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's insane.
Nobody here feels safe and feel like the police works for them. No, I know that nobody feels like that. I don't feel that. I never feel like anytime, anywhere I am, that the police, is working for me. I don't feel like that. No. I know that.
They're attacking our way of life.
And you just heard what he said. We attacking his way of life. What way of life? The way of life that we striving for is to be righteous. This society is wicked as hell. You see, they mad because the Bible totally go against wickedness, man. And they want to continue their wickedness, man. These are the devils that the Bible speaks of, man. And death to you so-called white people, man.
It ends now.
Are you saying the president is prepared to take the necessary steps?
I am saying the president is prepared to be presidential.
Hello. Hang on.
Senate remained in emergency session late into the night, debating the president's call for martial law. We have in this country a tradition of invoking martial law only when the most dire of circumstances require it. But at what cost? All eyes now turn to New York City to see if martial law will bring the terror to an end.
Good morning. Today, with the invocation of the War Powers Act by the President, I am declaring a state of martial law in this city.
And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness? Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid.
And I want to give our praises to the Most High Yahawah, and to the Heavenly Son, Yahawahshi. Peace and blessings to the brothers and the sisters who listen, hopefully the elect. And I hope this will edify you. Shalawam.